जय श्री माता जी। हम सभी श्री माता जी के चरणों में नतमस्तक होकर प्रणाम करेंगे, फिर बंधन लेंगे। We all will bow down at Shri Mataji's lotus feet and then take bandhan. महामंत्र और श्री गणेश मंत्र। दोनों हाथ श्री माता जी की तरफ रखते हुए पूरे समर्पण भाव से हम प्रार्थना करेंगे। श्री माता जी, कृपया आप हमें निर्मल चित्त प्रदान कीजिए। आप हमारे चित्त में आइए। कृपया हमें संतुलन दीजिए। With both hands towards Shri Mataji, we will pray. Shri Mataji, please come into our attention. Please give us pure attention. Please give us balance and keep us in balance always. अब हमारा दायां हाथ हम बाएं भवसागर पर ऊपर के हिस्से पर रखेंगे। We'll put our right hand on the left side on the upper part of the bhavsagar or the void. Shri Mataji, by your grace, I am my own Guru. Please bless us with Guru Tattva. श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा से मैं स्वयं का गुरु हूँ। कृपा करके हमें गुरु तत्व से आशीर्वादित कीजिए। अब अपना दायां हाथ हम अपने हृदय पर लेके जाएंगे। We'll put our right hand on our heart. श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा से मैं शुद्ध आत्मा हूँ। कृपया हमें आत्मज्ञान और आत्मा का आनंद प्रदान कीजिए। हमें आत्मा के सभी गुण प्रदान कीजिए और हमें आत्म स्वरूप बना दीजिए। श्री माता जी, by your grace, I am the pure spirit. Please give us self-knowledge, the joy of the self, and all the qualities of the spirit. अपने चित्त को सहस्रार पर रखते हुए हम निर्विचार स्थिति में और साक्षी भाव में कुछ क्षण ध्यान की स्थिति में रहेंगे. With our attention on Sahasrara, we will be in Nirvicharita and in witness state for some time. अब हम श्री माता जी की अमृतवाणी सुनेंगे और उसके पश्चात कुछ क्षण ध्यान में रहेंगे. We'll listen to Shri Mataji's speech and we'll be in meditation for some time.
We don't use our brains also when it comes to God. I mean, faith is necessary, no doubt, but this is after realization. Before realization, it's a blind faith, which can be any nonsense. I've seen such mad people that they just go on pulling out their hair and they say we are doing it in the name of God. Really? Why did God give you this hair? If He wanted you to pull it out like that all the time, morning till evening, sitting and pulling it out, and they develop such nervousness that if they are not properly aware, they will start pulling out from your hair also. It is such a dangerous situation in this blind faith that you form some habits. You know, people have an idea of using the mala. That's why Kabira has kar kamana ka chhadi de mana kamana ka pher. So they will also say, they'll have it in that kar kamana ka chhadi de mana kamana ka pher. Even the children have understood the joke. This is what we are doing. That when it is told that you have to have God in your heart and don't do these rituals, you will find these people using that rosary to such an extent that if they are talking, if they don't have that, they cannot sit right. It's like a nervousness. It's a nervousness by which they must go on, और मैं तो हमेशा माला जपती हूँ 108 and फलाना. And you feel that the person is about to land up in some lunatic asylum with the number 108. The way people are mad in religion makes people really atheist. They see these mad people, what are they doing as the religion? Is this the religion where people sell it? You go to any temple. Once we had bought some amrut, guavas, and we went to a temple. We were thinking that we'll get out of, when we were very young, Doctor, and we were lots of brothers and sisters, and we went down to a temple. We thought that after seeing the temple, we'll go outside behind the temple and we'll eat the thing. As soon as we reached there, the pujari took out the packets from our hands, All the children, poor things, were carrying 3-4 packets. They took out everything from our hands. We were looking at them, why did they take out? They took out everything and gave us one each, you see. Wow. And we were about to cry. But my youngest sister couldn't bear it. She said, why did you take away all my guavas? Please return it to me. But this is sort of a right they have got, to live on your money. These parasites, in the name of God, these parasites, you are the people who are nurturing them. You just give up giving them money. It is better to give to a beggar than to give these horrible, sophisticated beggars sitting on the temples and churches. You are the people who are responsible for creating such a mess. Because half of the people are indifferent, and those who are not indifferent, Bhagwan ke naam pe. Half of them are like that. We have people who go to one Siddhi Vinayak Mandir. And Mangalwar day, you will find a queue of sometimes 2 miles in that Bombay where people have no time for anything. People are moving with the pace of an ant. 1 inch in 1 hour. There are some people who start in the night and they move on. They go there, give the nariyal, and the nariyals come from the other side and sold again next month. They know this. Still they say we have done it with bhakti and Ganesha will give us what we like. Ganesha will only give you wisdom. I wish he could. I wish he could give you wisdom and understanding about religion. This is the mess we have done out of our religion. Every religion, it's not only Hinduism, Islam or Christianity or Sikhism. We have really killed the religion by our indifference or by too much of indulgence, blindfold faith in all these horrible people who claim that they are religious people. By what means are they? Go and see their lifestyle. Go and see what sort of people they are. They are Rakshasas, some of them. I can tell you, when I went to Vrindavan, I felt all the Anucharas of Kansa are their pandas. All of them. Not one I found as a human being. They are such horrible people, and the way they torture you, still you go about it. One has to understand that God stands in his purity. He is pure. And he likes our wisdom. He doesn't like people who are stupid and foolish. He likes wise people. Wise people like Prahlad. Prahlad was an 8-year-old boy. When his father Hiranyakashipu challenged him, Sri Vishnu appeared in a pillar, in a Narsimha Avatara. And he killed his father. And then he asked this little boy of 8 years, Prahlada, he said, my child, my devotee, what do you want? He could have asked for anything. Sakshat Vishnu was there. But what does he say? Tava charanara vinde priti. Give me love at your lotus feet. Oh my Lord, that's all I want, to love you at your lotus feet. If you have your pure love for God, he'll give you wisdom. If you do not have your purity, you go there to ask for this thing and that thing. Give me a transfer, especially government servants. They are never satisfied. They want to have transfers all the time. Give me a promotion. Give me a son. When you get a son, give me a job for my son. When he gets a job, get him a wife. Poor Ganesha must be tired. This is what it is. This is not religion. This is not God. This has nothing to do with spirituality. You have to ask for one thing. Tava charanara vinde priti. Oh Lord, let me be at your lotus feet so that one day my kundalini would be awakened and that my atma would be enlightened within my awareness. Let me keep my life so beautiful ये चादर ऋषि मुनि जन ओढ़ी, ओढ़ी के मैली कीनी चदरिया, दास कबीर जतन से ओढ़ी, जैसी की तैसी रख दीनी चदरिया. This what we should have done. Instead of that, we go to this tantric, that bhajji, that panditji, that pandeji, or some other padriji, or what you call them, other sorts of people, those mullajis and all sorts of maulanajis and peers and all sorts of things. And what do you get? A bad idea. They have no right to be there. They are there because they want to make a business out of God. Today I spoke about it because it is important to understand what is religion. In India especially I have seen people go out of the way to do penances in the name of God, which is a great thing. But why do you do penance? What is there to suffer? Why do you make your body suffer so much? Keep your body all right. Don't overdo things. Keep a moderate life. Lead a normal life. That's what Buddha has told you. There is no need to go to extremes for it. But even Buddhists, they have gone to another extreme. So he had to come on this earth as Shankaracharya to tell people, what are you doing? When did I say this? Then they were born as the sons of Fatima Bi, who was herself nothing else but Janaki, and they were her sons, Hassan and Hussein, who had preached non-violence, and they saw that people were trying to save bugs and mosquitoes. You know, there are some funny cults where we are so particular of bugs, mosquitoes and all the worms. We are not at all particular about human beings. I don't know, what am I going to do with bugs? Am I going to give them realization? Even chickens, am I going to give them realization? I have to give realization to human beings. What is the need to pay so much attention to these nonsensical things? To save the bugs and save the mosquitoes and make them bite a Brahmin, pay him money because they think they have done a great kalyana of the bugs. Perhaps they might have been bugs in last life, the way they are interested in all these mosquitoes. Now, these two were born as Hassan and Hussein. And to get rid of these ideas of non-violence, they had this Karbala in which they fought and died like great Shuras. This is the story of great incarnations on this earth. There are so many of them who were born. I have no time to tell you, but Socrates was the same. His disciple was one of these two, Abraham, Moses, who are propagating Jews, their religion, Zionic people. They are another Mac people, I can tell you, these Jews. God save them from their madness. They will make a sum that their books are, say, called as Torah. They make it microscopic. The more microscopic it is, the more spiritual you are. And they tie it up here. You can't even read it. You have to use a nice magnifying glass to read that. They never read. It's tied up here. According to them, if it is studied with diamonds, then you are a greater spiritual person. They are very rich people, you see, so they tie it up there. And before a wailing wall, they go and like mad, they are beating their heads and weeping for what they have done. I mean, there's no end to the madness of people. You can understand that this is not religion. Now the other day there was one Arya Samaji fellow who came. He could not get his realization. I must tell you, these are another select types we have, Arya Samaji. Have they been able to get to their spirit? They are only bothered about reconverting the people, marrying the people, or building some buildings and saying that, no, we don't believe in God, we don't believe in this kind of a God, we don't believe in it. Well, who cares whether you believe or not? Who are you? What right have you got to say anything? It's like any monkey standing up and saying, I don't believe in this government, I don't believe in that government. Who is bothered about these people who talk like this? Who are they? What authority have they got to say what is good and what is bad? Do they know what's good and what is bad? To say like these things about, we don't believe in this, we don't believe in that. For us, it is essential to know that first let us know ourselves. Let us get our light enlightened. And in that light, let us see the truth as it is. You cannot ask the truth to be like this. You cannot organize God. He is what He is. He'll remain as He is. You cannot transform Him. Only thing you can do is to become one with Him. What you can do is to perceive Him, to feel Him, to be. That is the thing you can be. But you cannot make God as you like. He is what He is, as I have told you, and the best thing would be to be humble, like Prahlada, to say, Tava Charana Vinde. Who are we to criticize these incarnations of primordial matter? What have we done? Like once somebody started criticizing me. So one of my disciples, boss called me, come here. How many people have you given realization to? He said, none. He said, how many people have you cured? What good have you done to people? He said, none. What do you do? He said, I am a barber. He said, you better become a barber. What are you talking here? What right have you got? What is your position to talk? But in this Kali Yuga, even a person who does not know a word about religion, about God, who is not awakened, who is not realized, can talk about God. This is Ghor Kali Yuga. They are not afraid. They are not afraid to make money in the name of God. It's the greatest sin. It's the greatest sin, I tell you, to make money like that in the name of God. And to spoil somebody's kundalini as all these fake gurus are doing, using their bhuta vidya. They do not know they will go to hell permanently. Absolutely. Permanently they will be there. And there will be no return from there. They have been given many chances before, but no more chances for them. We are the people who have to correct them. We have to stand together and tell them nothing to do. We had some people in Bombay who are Brahmins, who are Brahmins of the high order, as you can call, coconut stars, they are called as. And they got their realization. Now they have to take up upon yourself to put down all these horrible fake people who are making money out of the public. So one of them is a teacher, and he told a Brahmin in his family, because he was permanently stuck. You see, we have Brahmins stuck to the family. He said that I have to do the Shraddha of my father. When can you come? Within the Pitru Paksha. He said, I can only come on Wednesday or something like that. He said, are you sure there's a Murta for that? Yes, he said, there is. I'm sure of it. So he went to another fellow, got the Panchanga. Maharashtrians that way know a lot about these things like Panchanga and all that. And he opened his Panchanga, he studied there, and he found out there was no Murta in any Panchanga whatsoever. There are 3 Panchangas which we use. I don't know if we know here about it. He saw all of them. Then, accordingly, the Murta was on Tuesday, he celebrated it. Then the fellow came, रहने दीजिए बाद में ले लेंगे, रहने. Then the fellow came, and he said that, I have come now, come along, let us have the Shraddha. He said, I will not even give you a cup of tea today. He said, how? You call me for the Shraddha, I am supposed to eat at your place. He says, no, we have not cooked anything and I am not going to give you a cup of tea. There is no Murta today. He said, no, according to Tilak Panchang it is. He said, I have studied also Tilak Panchang. I have studied all. You get out of it. The mother was poor thing. She said, how can you do? This is our old thing. He said, this is the only chance I have to get rid of this old food. And he just told him, get out, you will not stay in this house and I am not going to give you a cup of tea. Then in Panduranga's temple, in Panduranga's temple is there. You know about Vichala's in Pandharpur. We have people going down there. And when I saw these people, I was surprised. They were all crazy people. For a month, poor things are singing songs, eat little, take that nasha of tobacco and go singing songs. For months together, they walk all the way to go to see Panduranga. And these people who live there are called as Badave. Their names are absolutely suited. You see, like in Kolhapur, they are called as Bhutes. Can you imagine? The Brahmins are called as Bhutes and these are called as Badave. And these people, I asked them, how is it you have got cracks in your head? He said that this nariyal, or you can call the coconut, was broken at the lotus feet of Panduranga. I said, how? I couldn't understand. These Badaves were doing this job. And when I said that these Badaves should know if they don't behave, they are going to have a very bad time. You see, everybody was shocked. But you'll be amazed, within 8 days the government took over that place. and it's working out better. Now their language is changed. But this is how these people have been troubling. But now we have got four Brahmins living in Pandharpur, who are after their throat. And they go to the temple and tell people that don't listen to these. And they are propagating. And they said that if you want anything, you ask us. But don't give a single pie to these Balavas. And they are good for nothing, useless. Whatever you want to do, you do it to the deity and don't touch these people. Treat them as untouchables. And these are the people who have started. It is we who can change the people. Once you get realization, the transformation starts taking place within us. When the transformation takes place, the person becomes fearless. He is not tempted easily by things. For example, I have known people who used to take a lot of bribes have given up taking up bribes. Because their financial condition also improves, their Lakshmi Tattva is awakened, and they do not take any bribes. Their dharma is jagrut, they do not drink. Many people who were drunkards have given up drinking because the dharma is awakened. You just can't bear it. Just like a human being cannot bear dirt, but an animal can. In the same way it happens to you, you just don't bear it. You just don't want to have it anymore. In the same way, your political situation will improve. Because what is the problem today? What is the problem? You see, I went down to Maharashtra, and there the people said that we have a problem of sugar. I said, why? You produce such a lot of sugar. He said, there's one fellow known as Sugar King, he has hoarded all the sugar. I said, really? Then why don't you inform the police about it? They said when Janta government was here, he gave them money. Now this government is here, he gave them money. He gives money to all police officers. He's bribing all of them. And he also bribed us and made us vote for certain people who are under his control. I said, then you are responsible for this. You get your realization. And next time only vote for an honest man who is a realized soul. Do not vote for anyone who is not a realized soul. And you will see this country will change just like this. The whole situation will change. It is you who are misusing your votes. In the villages, even for one time meal, they give votes. How are you going to improve your people? How this deterioration is going to stop? Only by your parivartan, by your transformation. That's only possible through Kundalini awakening. When the Kundalini awakening takes place, the man knows he is free. He stands up like a human being. And he doesn't behave like a dog who runs after every position you get, every money you get, they give me. It's not like that. He stands in his dignity and his grandeur. And nobody can put him down. This is what it is. The Sahaja Yoga is such a blessing for all of us in all the world, wherever there is a chaos. It is everywhere now. And so many angles it is going to. For Samaj Karya. Now in Samaj, especially in the north, see the condition of women is very bad. The women are treated very shabbily. They say it's the influence of the Muslim religion and whatever it is. But if you go to Turkey, you will be surprised that the people treat women with such respect and such understanding. In our own scriptures it is written that yatra narya pujyante tatra ramante devata. Means where the woman is respected, there resides the gods. But the woman has to be respectable also. If she is not a respectable, no use respecting her. It is both ways. But the way we treat our women in the villages, especially in the north, like Bihar, UP, Punjab. Punjab is now better. Women have taken over quite a lot. But that should not be the case. Women should remain women. But men must respect them. What I mean is that women must be respected as they are and men must be respected as they are. They don't have to change their places. But in these places, all Bengal, all of them, you know how many women commit suicide in that country because they cannot get married and they are put down. If you cannot get married, what does it matter? You have to give dowry. If you don't give dowry, you cannot get married. All kinds of problems. A husband will come drunkard, he'll beat his wife because he's fallen in love with another woman. He is going to some other person. The wife has to come out and she becomes a woman who has no husband. Everybody ill-treats the woman. All sorts of things are here. Why? Because we do not understand that woman is the Shakti. In her lies the Shakti. We have to respect the women. When the women are not respected, that country goes to dogs. And the women must know that they are Shakti and they have to be respectable and not to be frivolous and cheap. The way Indian women are now taking to Western life, I'm really shocked. That means our tradition has no depth in it, that the way we have accepted all these nonsensical values of the West, where the West has gone to dogs and we are going to go to dogs, and for this I will hold the women responsible who behave so cheaply on the streets and in the offices and in the houses. It is the women who have to keep the dharma going. Now with this, It is very remarkable what is happening. If the mother of the house is not respected, you treat her like a servant. She has no place in the family. Husband comes from the office and shouts at her. Children cannot respect her. They cannot be disciplined if the mother is not respected. Your children can never be disciplined. You see now, you talk of indiscipline everywhere. I remember when I was young, we could not do a thing without asking our mother. If you had asked our father, we wanted to say, did you ask your mother? Go and ask your mother. In the family, in the house, she was the Graha Lakshmi. She was given all the keys, all the money. Not a single pie was spent without asking her. But these days the women have become so either very miserly or so extravagant that men do not know what to do with them. It was both ways. Women have to be wise. They are the axis, the dhuri of the society. That's only possible when they are realized. Suddenly I find very rebellious women become so beautiful, and so women-like, so sweet. Their tongue, their whole behavior, everything changes so beautifully. It's surprising. Even Western women I've seen who walk like horses normally. If you see them, they really walk like horses. But they change their dresses and their whole thing. They become so feminine, so sweet in their talks and everything. Then what will happen to Indian women? But men must know. They have to respect women. If they try to dominate their women, they will become the same as the Western women, and you will not know what to do with yourself. If the woman decides to be bad, there's no end to misery. That should not be done. So please make it a short circuit. And let us understand that for Sahaja Yogi it is important to respect the wife. So that there is discipline. Still, I must give all my respect to the Indian women, despite all these things. Despite all the men have changed their dresses. All the men have become English. Indian women have still kept their dresses and their discipline. Our men still think they are great English people, but our Indian women are not willing to accept that situation. I'm not saying there's something wrong with English, but if you are Indian, you should be Indian. If they are English, they should be English. And in the same way, in our life, when there is realization, a woman becomes a complete woman, a man becomes a complete man. And a complete man, we have got before us is Shri Rama, how he loved his wife, in separation and in meeting, how he loved, and how they, despite all their love, how they suffered. We have before us Shri Ram, where he respected his wife. It is essential for men to understand that you are Indians and you have to behave like that. You do not know the greatness of our Indian women. If you do not treat them well, I can assure you a day will come, only very cheap and nasty and what you call demonic women will be born here, and you will not be able to enter even your homes. You'll be standing outside on the streets. So be careful about it. And also think you have daughters before you. The way you treat your wife, the same way your daughters will be treated, maybe even worse. Then you will know what it is. So be kind to her. Before she's married to you, she's not your slave. It is very important in northern India more, because they think that southern India or Maharashtra and southern India, men are henpecked. Unless and until men can beat their wives, they become henpecked according to that. These ideas must be given up. But that is only possible when you get your realization. Then the real joy of leading a very happy married life, extremely beautiful married life, of mutual love and mutual understanding develops. I have seen this happening to so many people. The relationship improving, the relationship between parents and children improving, the whole thing becoming so joyous and so beautiful, and the children becoming so obedient and so sweet. It's a beautiful thing. So when the atmosphere is fragrant with your spirituality, the whole aroma, the whole atmosphere, we can say, is completely charmed, absolutely charmed by your blissful life. This is the bliss we have to see. Today I talked about these things because void is a very important thing for us, where all our social, samajik, political, rajkiya, and also our spiritual problems can be solved. Apart from that, I have told you yesterday about our physical problems. Tomorrow I'll talk about other chakras to you. I hope you have understood today's lecture, though I spoke in a very entertaining manner. But you have to know that all this entertainment has to go within yourself. You have to take within yourself. It's not meant for others. As soon as say this to others, the woman will look at the husband and the husband will look at the wife. They do not know it is meant for you and not for others. All of you should take it up that, am I doing this? Am I doing this? Try to correct yourself. You have to be decent husband and decent wife. And I would like to see very happy married couples among Sahajogis. When this will happen, then the great souls will take birth on this earth. You will see great people will be born. Already, so many Sahajogis have given birth. So very, very great souls. Will be amazed. There is no Kundalini from their very child. This will happen, I am sure. One day it will come, and that all these souls who want to take birth will be born on this earth, especially in India. Already lots of great souls I have seen also in England. Let me go and see in Australia. I am sure it's happening everywhere. But if you are a realized soul, you really become perfect parents, and you really invite the great souls to come on this earth to work with us. May God bless you.
हम सभी श्री माता जी के चरणों में नतमस्तक होकर हमारा आभार व्यक्त करेंगे और फिर बंधन लेंगे. We all will bow down at Shri Mataji's lotus feet, express our gratitude and thanks, and then take bandhan. There is a small announcement after this. जय श्री माता जी. श्री आदि गुरु पूजा रविवार 10 जुलाई को सुबह 10:30 बजे से होने वाली है. इसका वेन्यू है सीकेपी ट्रस्ट हॉल, थाने वेस्ट. इसका कंट्रीब्यूशन है 200 रुपीज फॉर अडल्ट्स एंड युवास चाइल्ड के लिए 150. गुरु पूजा के डोनेशंस जो हर बार लोग देते हैं, वो ज्यादा से ज्यादा प्रयास करिए कि ऑनलाइन सहयोगा मुंबई के कंट्रीब्यूट पेज के द्वारा कर लें, जिसपे रिसीट्स ऑनलाइन मिल जाए, जहां पर आप सभी तरह के पेमेंट मोड से पेमेंट कर सकते हैं. जितने भी डोनेशंस इस बार गुरु पूजा के लिए आएंगे, वो हम रडगांव आश्रम राहुरी के मेडिटेशन हॉल के डेवलपमेंट के लिए दे देंगे. इसका लाइव टेलीकास्ट नहीं होगा इस पूजन का. Shri Adiguru Puja 2022 will be held at CKP Trust Hall, Thane West on Sunday 10th July 22 from 10:30 a.m. onwards. Guru Puja donations can be made online on Sahaja Mumbai contribute page. We would prefer that all donations are given online, by which you can get your receipts online. All the donations received on that day will go towards development of meditation hall at Dargah Ashram, Rahuri. So you can select the link Guru Puja General Donation on that page. गुरु पूजा जनरल डोनेशन को सेलेक्ट करके आप डोनेशंस कर सकते हैं गुरु पूजा के लिए. नेशनल गुरु पूजा शिरडी पे होने वाला है, जो शनिवार 9 तारीख और संडे 10 जुलाई को होगा. इसकी सारी डिटेल्स आपको मैसेज में मिल जाएगी. जय श्री माता जी.